My name is Kimberly Jones, and I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma. And I do quite a bit of research on the African Americans here in the state of Oklahoma because I'm a Choctaw Freeman, and my grandma and my grandpa are Choctaw Freemans. As I began to do more research, I did hear they were doing the restoration of this hospital because I did know it closed down. And as I was beginning to do more research, I found out that, the hospital was still here, it was still up, but I had to close down and needed restoration. And to me, as I walk through the building today, and I think about the people who laid the foundation, who built and is still up and sturdy, that speaks volumes. I mean, the care that they had to have to make sure this hospital was here, and the determination to make sure that this hospital came into existence and was here for the community. To me, that speaks volumes. And it was the people's hospital. So it was like they had a invested interest in making sure that the hospital stayed up here in the community and it was up and running. And I go back to the excellence of care that the doctors and nurses had here as they began to share their expertise in different fields that they were in to make sure the health of the community was very important. And that's what also drives a driving factor, because the African American, their health when it comes to medicine, you want to make sure that you have the doctors who are genuinely concerned about your health and who want to make sure that you get the best of care. And I think that's what this hospital provided with the doctors and nurses who were here in this hospital. And I think that's really important because our kids, and this not just Oklahoma, all around the nation, need to see that there were people even 100 years ago who were determined to go into the field of medicine, to go in the field of dentistry, to go in those fields with nurses and all, and became excellent at their skill set. And their care was to make sure they give excellent care. And so how people say, representation is important. So for our kids to see doctors and nurses and dentists and pharmacists over 100 years ago at their best, that speaks volumes, because it's like, even though they had barriers in their way, you too can overcome barriers that may be in your way or preventing you from going to be your best that you can be. And I think this hospital, Black hospital, this colored hospital, is one of the few hospitals, colored hospitals, that is still up. The foundation had to be laid strong for it to still be here, but it's only the few colored hospitals that still exist in the United States.